Today I want to talk about relationships. I want to talk about what a relationship is and how we can misunderstand or mismanage a relationship, or how we can totally misfire in a relationship. A relationship takes place whenever there are two or more objects, concepts, or people that are connected in some way. Now, I'm talking about a relationship between two people, meaning two people who meet each other and continue to meet, two people who spend time together on the phone, in person, in private, in public, two people who have connected more than once and continue to connect with the mindset that they are going to continue to be connected. Now that means as an associate, affiliate, as a friend, as a professional acquaintance, as a friend with benefits, as two people who are romantically involved, meaning that they have gone beyond conversation and are now physically associated, connected in some way. Intimate is what I mean. And once entering into the realm of intimacy in a relationship, I'm then talking about being privately romantic or publicly romantic, being committed or uncommitted, being defined as a couple, rather monogamous or otherwise, deciding that we're going to court exclusively, we're getting engaged now, we're going to get married, a relationship. Now that we have defined what a relationship is, any of those things, all of the above, I want to talk about how we can misfire in those relationships and end up with a messy situation. There's this big common phrase going around called, it's complicated. Everybody uses that term when they don't know how to define their relationship, when they can't quite put a label on whatever it is that they're doing together. We're friends, we're acquaintances. I wouldn't call her my friend, but we're cool. That's my bestie, or we hang out sometimes. We all have these little things, these labels that we like to put on our relationships to define how much we trust a person, or how close we really are to a person, how loyal we are to them, or how loyal we expect that they are to us. All of those things help to drive the definition of a relationship. Now, I think that it is really important for us to understand first what a relationship is, and then for us to understand who we are in the relationship and what we expect out of the person, what we expect that person to reciprocate in a relationship. Because if we just jump into situations, no matter what kind of relationship it is, without defining who we are to ourselves and making that clear to the other person, a lot of times things can go south, okay? Go downhill real quick. It is so important for you to get to know yourself and to understand who you are and how you can be your best person, your best you, how you can live your best life so that it is very clear and apparent who you are, what you bring to the table, what your value is, how you understand your own personal value, and how you're going to act and behave when you are in a partnership with someone on any level. You see, people who are one person here and another person there tend to be people that I like to bring into question. I know that, okay, at work you're one thing, and then when you're with your friends, you get a little loose, you're a little different. But I'm not talking about that. There is a certain professional protocol that you must, rise to keep the workplace what we call professional. But I'm talking about your integrity. I'm talking about your personal values, your character, and your morals. Those are the things that should transcend across all platforms of relationships. You should be honest on the job, honest in your friendships, and honest in your romantic relationships. You should even be honest with, people that you're meeting for the first time. And if you are honest across the board, when you get in a relationship, you're going to be an honest person. But if you're honest here and not honest there, to me, that brings into question. So that means if you are dating a person or you're friends with a person that lies on the job, 9 times out of 10, you can expect that to leak into your relationship. Or vice versa. If they lie in a relationship, you can expect them to be dishonest in the workplace. For that reason, they give so many personality tests before they hire people today to try to understand who you are as a person, not just who you are in terms of what you offer with experience, education, skill set, talents, gifts, etc. None of that really matters today if you are a messy person. Nobody really wants to invest in you if you're a messy person. So kudos to companies who have suddenly come up with this very annoying and rigorous probing to understand who you are before they hire you. I feel like we should do that in all relationships. Doesn't mean that you have to give someone a test. It doesn't mean that you have to give them a waiting period, like a 90-day probation or anything like that. But it means that until you really understand who you are and you're able to be even across the board in who you are, because if you bring messy, you're going to definitely contaminate whoever's in your life, whether they be a messy person or not, because mess troubles the waters, period. You need to get yourself to the place where you are able to be who you are on all platforms in your life. And then when you are able to do that, you can better understand what you have to offer, and then you can really drive your expectations of the next person. You can't be expecting a person to be loyal to you, to be honest with you, to be, a good person when you're not that yourself. Come on, we need to be fair here, right? So it's important for you to understand who you are and get a handle on who you are. If you're messy, you need to work on your messiness, because it's going to ruin your relationships. And no matter what you draw, good or messy, you're going to ruin your relationship. If you are to a place where you're ready for relationships, ready to be a honest friend, a consistent friend, a loyal friend, ready to be an honest, consistent, and loyal business partner, honest, consistent, and loyal lover or spouse, then at that point, you can drive those expectations. You can't drive that if you are not that. It's hypocritical, and it's like ridiculously negative. It's just simply hypocritical. I can't think of anything else right now. It's hypocritical. It is important for you to rise to the very same standard that you expect others to rise to. Okay, now we're there. We have risen to the standard, right? And we're ready for a relationship. We're ready to be this dynamic person across the board. Before you're ready to get into that relationship, I would venture to say that it's really important for you to draw a picture of what you want in that person. What kind of friend do you want? Who do you want to, like your circle, your power circle that you want to create? What kind of people do you want around you? You need to clean house, because if you got friends that are messy, they're going to slowly gnaw away at this wonderful development that you've done on yourself and bring you back into areas of your life that you don't want to be in. So be honest and call them out on their stuff and let them know you have some patterns, trends, and behaviors that I have overcome, or I don't appreciate, or that don't fit well into where I'm going in my life. And I'd love for you to be a part of my dynamic future. But if you don't stop being messy, I can't spend time with you. If you don't stop being messy, I can't get down with you. I can't allow you to bring your poison, or the former poison where we used to get down, into where I'm going. Because where I'm going, I'm going to build a circle of dynamic people around me that's going to give me my best life, my happy life, my healthy life. And I'm going to do nothing but attract good people, because goodness is all around me, So being This better you means being very honest, very forward, and very direct, and not wasting time, because life ain't as long as we think it is. It's short. And so no better time than now. It's the end of the year to start cleaning up all of the mess around you, so that anyone that's in your ear or in your life or spending time or making deposits into you, you will know that they're making deposits that are going to bring you up. You understand? You're going to up your circle. You're going to increase and swell the caliber of people that you allow to be in your circle. That means that you may have some that are willing to, hey, I'm gonna work on myself too. Hey, thank you for calling me out on that. I'm coming with you. You know, it's not a matter of being offended. Oh, you think you're all that, or you're so much better. No. Be real with yourself and say, oh, she just called me out on my stuff, and you know what? She's right. And I really, like, what is the benefit in living messy and being dishonest? What is the benefit in being a liar or supporting a liar, or, you know, just being dishonest and disloyal toward people? It's just not cool. Let me get myself comfortable. I'm still working on my Achilles tendon, and I'm standing here and I need to give it a little stretch. So, I think that if you have a good person in your life as a friend or anything above that, they'll think about it and say, you know what, she has a point or he has a point, and I really could stand to improve in some areas. You know, this is what we used to do. She doesn't want to do this anymore. He doesn't want to do this anymore. And it's for a very good reason. So, hey, why not? Get on board. Don't be messy. Don't live messy, because messy is going to get you in trouble. For this reason, a lot of people wind up I'm going straight to it, dead or in jail, because the more disloyal you become, the more dishonest you become, the more you hurt people. And people are already stressed out. And it's no good to continue to pile on when you're a trusted person, a person that they are supposed to be able to, you know, let their guard down with, and be in a safe place. And then you turn out to be no different from the trouble all around in the world. Come on, let's come up a little higher. Relationships are important. It is important for us to value our relationships and to invest in them. But if you find that you have relationships in your life that are toxic, negative, disloyal, dysfunctional, you might want to reevaluate those relationships and have some very strong conversations with people and be like, hey, yo, it's December something, or it's November something, it's October, whatever month that you're in. Right now, for me, it's December, right now, today. And I'm winding things up, and I'm looking at some things that I don't like. And I feel like this: if two people can't create greatness together, then they should take a step back. Try to create that greatness by becoming great, and then come back together. Or work on together, becoming great. If two people never grow and never prosper and never amount to anything together, there is a problem with that relationship. It may not be messiness, it might be shiftlessness, okay? But whatever it is, you got to dig the root up, honey, and redefine the relationship and have the conversation. Can we redefine this relationship, or do we really need to take a step back? You don't want to say words like, have a nice life, and, you know, I'm good, I don't want to talk to you ever again. No, but let's take a step back and work on ourselves, and then I'll catch you, you know, when our paths cross on the alley of greatness, on Rise Boulevard, on Winning Lane. You understand what I'm saying? Because two are better than one. And if two are not acquiring or accruing or achieving more than the one, the two need to take a step back. In this season, I'm telling you, I'm asking you to, I'm challenging you to have the conversation with your friends, your affiliates, your associates, your platonic and your romantic relationship, whatever it is, ships or ship. Let's bring honesty and value and integrity into these relationships, or let's take a step back. Because when you don't have that with someone, what you have is mess. What you have is an opportunity for somebody to really, really hurt you. Now, when we're talking romantic, That kind of pain is nothing to play with. It is absolutely nothing to play with. And in this season, around the holidays, people are really stressed out. They're really missing their loved ones. And this is the time where people have to like please everyone that's in their circle. I'm talking relationships that are romantic. And you get caught because you just can't be two places at one time, right? And so all it's going to do is create a whole lot of pain. And all it's going to do is birth a whole bunch of lies. And it's just not worth it. Be who you're going to be. You understand? And tell a person who you're going to be. I've been married 20 years. And for 20 years, I'm going to tell you something right now. Where I am in my life, I'm committed to my relationship. I'm committed to my union. I don't need to look to the left or to the right, to the north, the south, the east, or the west, because I'm planted, right? What he can expect from me is for me to be exactly what I say that I am. If I deviate, I'm going to bring poison into the union. And by doing that, the karma associated to that will be attached to some things that could show up and return in areas where I least expect. We cannot control how karma decides to get down. You understand? You wonder why you're not able to grow, achieve your dreams, land the perfect job, land the perfect relationship. Why? Because whatever you're doing, and you never know what standard God is holding you to, because let me tell you right now, he wants the best for you. He has hopes for you. He has a hope for your future. He wants to prosper you. He's sown purpose inside of you, but he can't have you get in the way of all of these wonderful things that he has lined up and in store for you. Okay? So figure out who you are. Become the best version of you that you possibly can. And become it in every area of your life, across all platforms. Don't be better to your man than you are to your parents, or better to your parents than you are to your children, or better to your children than you are to your siblings. Or no, I know that it's a very special and unique relationship in being a parent, or being a child, or being a spouse. They have their unique things, but what I'm saying is the way that you treat people. You treat people fairly. You're honest. You understand? You're kind, you're gentle, you're patient across the board. That's what I mean. I don't mean that you put your mother over your husband, or your father over your wife, or whatever it is. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that you cannot be all nice to your boyfriend and be nasty to your kids, or all nice to your girlfriend and be nasty to your siblings. No. If you're a giving person in one place, you need to be that across the board. Doesn't mean that you have to go broke, and giving doesn't always mean, objects or money or anything like that. Just being giving of time, of patience, being giving of understanding, being giving of love, Be compassionate across the board. Be honest across the board. Do this, and I tell you, I promise you, it's going to bless you as an individual. Is going to give you this powerful radiance that draws good things into your life, because you've decided that across the board you're going to become the best version of you possibly can. Not just because you want this person to marry you, so you going all out to show him how wonderful you are because you're just trying to bag this man, or you're trying to bag this woman. No, across the board. Honesty, integrity, kindness, mildness, gentleness, meekness, patience, love. Be that.